I'm just wondering, how have practices been the last few days, and what are you hoping to achieve in these first couple scrimmages as a team?
I mean, it's been good. You're able to be around the guys that you've been missing for the past 3-4 months. Next scrimmage is just getting in shape, getting our team chemistry together, getting the flow, getting the rhythm. That's what I expect us to do.
Okay, next we'll go to Cam.
Hey, good morning, Chief. I got a couple questions for you, Kawhi. Does this restart feel more like training camp or a long road trip? And then what have been the unexpected pleasures of being in the Orlando bubble, whether it's no travel or team bonding? What have you found the most pleasure with?
Yeah, right now, it definitely feels like a training camp. You're going 2 weeks or so without playing a basketball game. But I guess the pleasures is, just like you said, team bonding, just enjoying your teammates' company pretty much.
Okay, next we're going to go to Ohm.
Hey, Kawhi, I was wondering, during the hiatus 4-month break, some guys weren't able to really shoot or anything like that. I was wondering, what were you able to do specifically basketball-wise, and how different was it for you compared to, say, like the off-season before entering the season, because you were coming off that long championship run? What were you able to do during this break that you might not have been able to do last summer?
Towards the end of the break, I was able to get a gym and, go full out, pretty much shoot, lift weights. But in the beginning, just really wanted to be careful. And, places were shut down, so it's hard to work out. But, towards that second half or the middle of it, I was able to find a place I could go to and shoot and, run up and down the floor.
Okay, next we're going to go to Dan Wicke.
Hey, Kawhi, good morning. You're a guy who's done a lot in your community and stuff with your actions and stuff like that. But this league has provided players with a platform, obviously not just for actions, but to speak out. I'm curious, what do you think the next steps are for the NBA and its players when it comes to addressing the social concerns that players have, and how do you think being in the bubble all together as a group could kind of help address some of those concerns?
Just showing unity, really. We all have to come together and figure out what we are going to do. But, having a group of people, the more people you have, the bigger the voice is. I think the bigger impact you could have on whoever's watching. But I'm not sure at the moment what we're going to be doing. That's something we need to discuss.
Okay, next we're going to go to Mark Medina, who's down there, followed by Andrew Greif.
I want to follow up on that point. Have you given any technical on individual
keep doing the same thing I've been doing, pretty much.
Okay, Andrew now.
Hey, Kawhi. There's been kind of a lot of talk about the unknown of the long-term effects of COVID and what they could do for athletes in terms of, their lung capacity, and because it's a respiratory, attacks the respiratory system. I'm just curious, like among athletes like yourself who rely on your bodies to be in perfect condition, is that something that's discussed, kind of the unknown of what it could do if someone gets it on their long-term career, perhaps?
That's discussed. If, you do get it, and, will it affect you to be able to play again? Like everyone knows, it hits everybody's body different. But, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really say what's going to happen to players. But, obviously that's a discussion. We're all human beings.
Okay, we're going to take 2 more questions. We're going to go to Joe, who's down there, and then we're going to go to Miriam.
So many of you guys are routine oriented, of course, but this is obviously different, and the games are going to be way different. Are you going to try to maintain your routines from any normal season, or do you feel like you will have to adjust what you do before game, post game, that kind of thing?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an adjustment, but, you know, I'm going to try to do the things I do to prepare, you know, when I do arrive to the arena. But, you know, I'm not sure how the setup is yet, but I just got to take it, you know, one game at a time, or see what it's like during these scrimmages if we are going to be at those arenas.
All right, last one, Miriam.
Hi, Kawhi. Pat was saying that he spent some time working out with you during the hiatus, and I just want to wonder what those sessions were like for you, and what you might have learned about Pat.
You know, just, you know, he came up wanting to work, and, you know, I just pretty much showed him what I did, my routine, and, you know, already knew he was a hard worker. You know, just meet him this season, want to get better every day. And, you know, when we worked on stuff, we pretty much told him some tips here and there on what to do or what to look for. And it was up to him to, you know, grasp that or, you know, suck it in like a sponge. And, you know, I think that's what he did. And, you know, he came back, you know, better.
Next question.